Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Ryan Prosick. A tractor-trailer crash in Luzerne County shut down a portion of Interstate 80 eastbound Tuesday morning. According to officials, the crash occurred around mile marker 272 when a tractor-trailer jackknifed under the Church Street Bridge near the Whitehaven exit. As crews responded to the scene, Interstate 80 eastbound was shut down between exit 273 and exit 277. Whitehaven Fire Company, Whitehaven Police Department, State Police, and PennDOT all responded to the scene. There is no word yet on what caused the crash, but no injuries have been reported at this time. Interstate 80 eastbound has since reopened. Several areas are experiencing power outages due to the winter weather. PPL has stated the earliest estimated time customers will get their power back is 5 p.m. this evening, with some customers getting power back at various times throughout the day on Wednesday and Thursday. To stay up to date on the status of the power outages, you can check out the PPL outage map at the link shown on screen. The East Central Emergency Network has reported that Verizon is currently experiencing a widespread outage affecting 911 in Columbia and Montour counties, in addition to several other counties in the region. Anyone in the affected areas who cannot call or text 911 should call 570-275-1911 or report to their nearest police, fire, or EMS station to request assistance until the issue is resolved. Luzerne County Manager Imelda Krokmo reported in a press release this afternoon that the majority of phones at the Luzerne County offices have also been affected by the inclement weather conditions. According to the press release, incoming phone calls are being received, but the county is unable to make outgoing phone calls at this time. County employees have been instructed to utilize cell phones or alternate phone communications when necessary until the issue is resolved. A 14-year-old girl was shot early Monday morning in a Maffitt Street home, according to Wilkes-Barre police. The shooting happened in the basement of the home after police say a group of juveniles gained access to a gun. Police say the gun was accidentally discharged and a 14-year-old girl was injured. The incident is believed to be an accidental shooting and is under investigation by detectives. All speed limits and commercial vehicle restrictions on interstates in Luzerne County have been lifted. The speed limits have been restored on Interstate 80 and Interstate 81 in Luzerne County. In a press release, PennDOT officials say PennDOT will continue to treat roadways in the area until the roads are clear. For up-to-date road conditions, you can visit 511pa.com. A man from Ohio has been charged with vehicular homicide following a fatal crash in Schuylkill County. According to officials, Rodney Rivers had been driving at a high rate of speed when he attempted to overtake numerous vehicles and struck the vehicle of 65-year-old Elizabeth Ryan in a head-on crash on Friday. The crash occurred on State Route 901 near the intersection of Old Phoenix Road and Cass Township on Friday. Rivers has been charged with vehicular homicide and aggravated assault by vehicle, among other charges in connection with the incident. Rivers is currently behind bars at the Schuylkill County Prison on $500,000 straight cash bail. A man from Barnesville is wanted by Schuylkill County detectives. Benjamin Franklin Vadiz is wanted on 2 active bench warrants from 2 separate incidents. The first warrant is for failing to appear at a status conference for drug charges including delivery of a controlled substance. The second warrant involved a missed jury selection where Vadiz was facing charges of contraband controlled substance in prison, which is classified as a felony 2 offense, among other related charges. Vadiz is described as a white, non-Hispanic male that is approximately 5 feet 10 inches tall and 225 pounds. Vadiz's last known address is 832 Barnesville Drive in Barnesville. If you have any information on Vadiz, you are asked to call the District Attorney's Office at 570-628-1350. Coming up on WYLN News, a man is arrested for firing shots at an occupied home. Plus, the Hazelton City Council meeting is canceled due to inclement weather. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Weather Kids is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazelton. Your health deserves a partner.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
Stop in to one of our 2 locations,
Route 93 in Escapec,
Or downtown Hazleton.
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Welcome back to WYLN News. A man from Mahanoy Plain has been arrested after he fired a rifle and hit a home on Saturday. Patrick Quinn is behind bars of the School County Prison after state police reported to a call of shots fired Sunday afternoon. According to court documents, the incident occurred near 2406 Railroad Street in Mahanoy Plain. When troopers arrived on scene, they discovered that a house had been hit with at least 3 rounds. Officials say 6 people were inside the house as the shots were fired, including 2 children under the age of 5. When troopers interviewed the victims, they were told the family heard gunshots, went outside, and saw 2 males, with one holding a rifle. Troopers say the victim began to yell at the males while also hearing additional shots travel by him. According to officials, the 2 men then fled the scene in a blue Dodge Dart and were eventually apprehended. In the car with Quinn was Ethan Houts. Both individuals were then detained. Houts told police Quinn had been target shooting when he turned his aim to the house. Houts also showed officers where Quinn had hidden the firearm. Quinn has been charged with aggravated assault, simple assault, and endangering another person. He is currently behind bars on $150,000 straight cash bail as he awaits a preliminary hearing. A man is wanted by the Columbia County Adult Probation and Parole Office. Zeth Bahinsky is 5 feet 8 inches tall and 189 pounds. He is described as having brown hair and blue eyes. The public should not attempt to approach or apprehend this individual. Anyone with information regarding Bahinsky's whereabouts is asked to call 911. The Hazleton City Council meeting scheduled for Tuesday, February 13th, has been canceled due to inclement weather. The next scheduled council meeting will be held on Tuesday, February 27th. Hazleton City Council meetings are held twice a month on the second floor of Hazleton City Hall. The dates and times of the meetings are set by the council and made available to the public online at hazletoncity.org/council/meeting dates. Coming up on Freeland's News Choice, we talk some basketball on Let's Talk Sports. Plus, we learn about women in law enforcement on this week's Police Talk Tuesday. So stay right here because we'll be right back on WYLN TV.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
When you need surgery, excellence and experience matter. So does staying close to home. At Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, you get it all. As part of Lehigh Valley Health Network's Institute for Surgical Excellence, we have the most experienced surgeons and advanced technology, including robotic-assisted surgery. For you, this means getting back to normal life. Whether it's general or orthopedic surgery, you have a local surgery partner you can trust, a partner committed to excellence. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, your health deserves a partner.
The Like and follow Wyln News on Facebook for the Wyln News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hi everybody, I'm Dr. John, this is Ryan. This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. Stay tuned, it's going to be an exciting show. We're talking about how cold laser could maybe help patients who were not maybe as helped as much by their medical doctors or chiropractors. So stay tuned this week.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome back to a Tuesday edition of Let's Talk Sports. We're going to start out local here as the Hazleton area girls Cougars basketball team played Dallas twice this past week, and sadly they lost both of their matchups. They had fourth quarter leads in both games, 15 in game 1 at Hazleton and then 6 in game 2 on the road. However, their season is not yet over as they play tonight in the semifinal of the conference tournament. So we wish them the best of luck on their matchup, and maybe they will get a third time's the charm against Dallas area. We shall see, and I will recap that for you on Let's Talk Sports, their semifinal game. We'll do that tomorrow. And we're also going to get into some NBA action because the trade deadline came and went, and I didn't get to talk much about it because we're in pure football mode over here. We dedicated a week to the Super Bowl, which rightfully so. It's the biggest sporting event in the world. Well, not in the world, in the United States. So don't come after me, football fans. You know what I'm saying. But it's one of those things where I didn't want to talk about it because I was not too happy about it. The Sixers, they made a couple moves, and they started off hitting a home run with Buddy Hield, only having to trade Furkan Korkmaz, who got waived by the Pacers, a couple of picks, and Marcus Morris. So not a hefty return there, and Buddy Hield's a great shooter, and he brings that Philly mentality with him as well. So he's a perfect fit for this city, and it was a great move by Daryl Morey to start off the day. I looked down at my phone. I was excited. I'm like, this is great for Joel Embiid's recovery. He's going to come back stronger than ever, and the Sixers team is going to be something to be reckoned with in the playoffs. And then it all fell apart. As later in the day, we traded Patrick Beverley for Cameron Payne. And Cameron Payne's a good player, don't get me wrong, but Pat Bev, we knew he wasn't going to be much offensively. He was going to bring most of it on the defensive end and in coaching. Yeah, he's player coach, but he was teaching Paul Reed how to go over the screen in a timeout. How many players do you see do that? I'm pretty sure in Milwaukee, he was grabbing the clipboard to draw plays. Straight up grabbing the clipboard. He was a perfect leader, And, his trash talk was just built for Philly. He was one of those players that you'd probably look back on and be like, yeah, he definitely had a stint in a Sixers uniform, which he did. Wasn't long-lived, but it happened. And then the most confusing move of the day by Daryl Morey is that he traded Jaden Springer for a second-round pick. Jaden Springer is 21 years old, a recent draft pick, just coming into his own. He had a couple nice games stringing together there when starters like Maxey and Milton were out. And then we just decided to trade him. He was coming into his own on defense. He was showing a little offensive spark, and Daryl Morey said, I'll take a second-round pick for him. Boston got an absolute steal right there. If you're asking me, I think Jaden Springer is going to develop into at least a solid role player in this league, and Daryl Morey traded him away for nothing. And if the reports are true, Daryl Morey is one of the worst things to happen to the Sixers, because James Harden said he was lying about the whole contract extension. There's rules in the CBA whether you can't do that. But he promised him, hey, I'll take a pay cut if you give me a contract extension. And then Daryl Morey said, nope, you're going to LA. Shipped him off for a couple of players and a couple of picks. And then, if these reports are true, which is the follow-up, Patrick Beverley went into his office. He's like, hey, I know how the NBA, this league works. Am I going to get traded today? You know what Daryl Morey says? No. What happened to Patrick Beverley? He was sent to Milwaukee. So maybe Daryl Morey's just lying through his teeth? I don't know. You could speculate all you want. I won't judge either way. I just wanted to throw out what I know to the people who watch this segment. So, interesting deadline for the Sixers. Other big moves for other teams around the league. PJ Washington going to the Mavericks. The Mavericks don't like them picks. They also traded for Daniel Gafford. So they have two quality bigs now. And they had to give up a first-round pick. It's lightly protected. And a couple of players that weren't really cracking the rotation anyway. So Dallas got way better. Milwaukee got way better. The Lakers got better due to the buyout market. They had Spencer Dinwiddie. He was sitting with the GM in the crowd. Everyone was saying, oh, he's got to go here, right? You would be correct. And then the Celtics, they got better adding Jaden Springer and company. So all these teams, they're getting better, and Philly just feels like they're taking a step back. Do you want to rebuild or do you want to contend? I don't know what they want to do. Like I said, I love the Buddy Hield edition. I'd give that trade an A. I'll give the Jaden Springer one an F, and I'll give the other one, Pat Bev, for Campaign. I like Campaign as a player, so I'll give it a C-. So that's probably where the grade would fall for the Sixers. If you average it out, I'd probably put it a little lower. I wasn't happy with it. I'll be honest. I'll always tell it like it is here. No fake opinions out of me. Like I said, that's how I thought of the Sixers trade deadline, and going forward, I'm nervous about their title hopes, especially with Milwaukee getting healthier. Like I said, Boston getting better as well, but a relatively quiet trade deadline. There was a little bit going on. Like I said, PJ Washington, Gafford, Buddy Hield. No big stars this year, which there's usually one every couple of years. Maybe we'll see that coming up with Trae Young, DeJounte Murray. Maybe Luka wants out. Who knows? I'm not poking the bear. I think he's going to stay in Dallas for the long term, but Trae Young is the one I could see going elsewhere. Maybe Donovan Mitchell as well. I think NBA is very fun to follow, that everything's always changing. You never know what's really going on. Unlike football, where you get a nice little 4-day period to analyze everything. Basketball, it's just one game after another. Same with baseball, so you don't really get to analyze what's going on too closely. But, speaking of baseball, we are 2 short months away from opening day. A little over, actually, but who's counting? I am, of course. But, I'm excited for opening day. I'm excited for the Phillies, and we'll see how that goes, because it feels like they're our last hope right now until the Eagles start back up, because the Sixers just aren't looking too hot in my book. But that does it for this edition of Let's Talk Sports. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Have a good one.
Wyln TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hey! Did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Welcome back to Police Talk Tuesday. I'm here with Public Information Officer Jessica Sirkin. Jessica, how's it going?
It is going great.
So we're going to talk about women in law enforcement because you were telling me before we were on air here that there's a large number of women presence in the Hazleton Police Department and why that's so important. But first off, we're going to talk about how you got into law enforcement.
So I did 4 years in the Marine Corps. I did about 3.5 years at the Columbia County Sheriff's Office. Wanted to forward my career in law enforcement. Ended up getting picked up by Hazleton, which was a great feat for me. And then I'm also fourth generation law enforcement.
Fourth generation, wow, that's impressive.
Yes.
Awesome. So we were also talking about, like I said, the police presence in Hazleton. There's going to be 9 female police officers?
Yes, tentatively 9. We have a couple that are in the academy right now. And we have roughly 8 that are currently working for the city right now. That's
awesome because that's a huge presence for
it is.
Any department at all. And we were also talking about why it's so important, you know, maybe women are more comfortable talking to other women or children as well, talking to women. So why is that so important, you know?
So it's not only important for some of our victims who prefer to talk to a female about certain events that have occurred, but also it shows that we have our own presence in this world. It's not just, hey, I can't believe there's a female on the force. Now we have a large group. We all get along. We're able to go together to events and to incidents and make a stance and help those people through those difficult times.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that is very important. And something else that's really important is, you know, there's women looking to get into law enforcement. Mm-hmm. What would you say to them if they're looking to pursue a career in the force?
If that's your dream, go for it. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it because you're a female. I mean, you work out, you put that effort forward, you deserve it every much as the person standing next to you.
So pursuing a career in the police force is many dream, but I just wanted to talk about equal opportunity because anyone could do it.
Yes, anyone.
Anyone could do it, and you know, don't be afraid to pursue this if it's your goal. No matter what it is, even if it's not just police force work, but is there anything else you'd like to add to the people?
I mean, for females in law enforcement, we are starting to make our mark here, And any female that wants to join or has maybe a want to do it and they want to see what it's about, I encourage them to talk to every single female they can, not just one. Go out, learn the pros and the cons, figure out if that's something that you actually want to do. I mean, the job is very rewarding. It's very humbling and very rewarding at the same time. And I would suggest it, to my nieces, I would say, hey, if this is what you want to do, go for it.
A lot of helpful tips and helpful words from you today, Jessica. We appreciate that, and we'll see you next time on Police Talk Tuesday. If you're just tuning in, here's a recap of our top stories. A tractor-trailer crash in Luzerne County shut down a portion of Interstate 80 eastbound Tuesday morning. According to officials, the crash occurred around mile marker 272 when a tractor-trailer jackknifed under the Church Street Bridge near the Whitehaven exit. As crews responded to the scene, Interstate 80 eastbound was shut down between exit 273 and exit 277. Whitehaven Fire Company, Whitehaven Police Department, State Police, and PennDOT all responded to the scene. There is no word yet on what caused the crash, but no injuries have been reported at this time. Interstate 80 eastbound has since reopened. Several areas are experiencing power outages due to the winter weather. PPL has stated the earliest estimated time customers will get their power back is 5 p.m. this evening, with some customers getting power back at various times throughout the day on Wednesday and Thursday. To stay up to date on the status of the power outages, you can check out the PPL outage map at the link shown on screen. The East Central Emergency Network has reported that Verizon is currently experiencing a widespread outage affecting 911 in Columbia and Montour counties, in addition to several other counties in the region. Anyone in the affected areas who cannot call or text 911 should call 570-275-1911 or report to their nearest police, fire, or EMS station to request assistance until the issue is resolved. Luzerne County Manager Imelda Krokmo reported in a press release this afternoon that the majority of phones of the Luzerne County offices have also been affected by the inclement weather conditions. According to the press release, incoming phone calls are being received, but the county is unable to make outgoing phone calls at this time. County employees have been instructed to utilize cell phones or alternate phone communications when necessary until the issue is resolved. A 14-year-old girl was shot early Monday morning in a Maffett Street home, according to Wilkes-Barre police. The shooting happened in the basement of the home after police say a group of juveniles gained access to a gun. Police say the gun was accidentally discharged and a 14-year-old girl was injured. The incident is believed to be an accidental shooting and is under investigation by detectives. All speed limits and commercial vehicle restrictions on interstates in Luzerne County have been lifted. The speed limits have been restored on Interstate 80 and Interstate 81 in Luzerne County. In a press release, PennDOT officials say PennDOT will continue to treat roadways in the area until the roads are clear. For up-to-date road conditions, you can visit 511pa.com. A man from Ohio has been charged with vehicular homicide following a fatal crash in Schuylkill County. According to officials, Rodney Rivers had been driving at a high rate of speed when he attempted to overtake numerous vehicles and struck the vehicle of 65-year-old Elizabeth Ryan in a head-on crash on Friday. The crash occurred on State Route 901 near the intersection of Old Phoenix Road and Cass Township on Friday. Rivers has been charged with vehicular homicide and aggravated assault by vehicle, among other charges in connection with the incident. Rivers is currently behind bars at the Schuylkill County Prison on $500,000 straight cash bail. And that does it for the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest news and updates on our YouTube, Facebook, or at our website at wylntv.com. Stay with us for a look at the weather.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.